Alright everyone, so here it is. I just finished backing up any other files I may need, and now I'm wiping my system and we're installing the latest version of Elementary OS. And you can see right there, Elementary OS has been installed and your system needs to restart, okay, in order to finish. So now I can unplug my flash drive and restart the system. Okay? So let me unplug my flash drive, restart the system, and then we'll get everything all set up and I'll be back with my first impressions of Elementary OS. See you guys and gals in a little bit. All right. And it's telling me right there, please remove my USB and then press enter to continue. So I'll be right back. Let me set this up and I'll be back. All right, everyone. And now let me give y'all my first impressions of Elementary OS. So here it is, everyone. I got it all set up. I have all the applications that I'm going to use installed. I got the OBS all set up and we are good to go. Now, what's nice is it recognized all the apps that I use on a daily basis as apps, and I was able to install them from Google Chrome. So you can see here Disney Plus, Chrome, Brave, Hulu. It even did YouTube as well. And you can see I also got VLC as well. The only application that it would not recognize correctly was Netflix. So what I had to do was pin it as a shortcut in Google Chrome. So let me show y'all real quickly here. Hold on. Don't want y'all to see that. Let me close that up. Y'all don't need to see my emails there. Get out of that real quickly. So all I had to do here, as y'all can see, is just pin my Netflix as a shortcut. You can see it right there. And if I open it up, it goes right into my Netflix. So that's going to be my quick and easy way on how to access my Netflix when I'm ready to watch my shows. But everything else installed, no problems, right? So you can see I got my Surfshark and everything else installed. Also, and I thought this was really nice, I was able to go inside of the App Store here and inside of the Updates tab here, you have a little gear icon where you can disable the auto updates. So all I had to do was come in here and check this off, and I didn't have to run any additional terminal commands, right? But I did have to do an additional terminal command to get this. So y'all can see here in the upper right hand corner, I have my X, I have my maximize, and I have my minimize shortcut here. I did have to run a terminal command to get that to show up because by default, Elementary OS doesn't have that minimize button, right? It just has the uh, open or close, right? So I'm like, oh, that's no good. I need a way to minimize, maximize, and close. So now I can have something open and just shrink it, and it goes to the dock. And then if I want to, I can click on the bubble and it comes back up. But that was a real quick and easy terminal command to activate that. I thought I was going to have to install a tweaking application via the terminal, but no, the command to install the tweaking application didn't work. And then I asked my assistant Alice what could be the issue, and then she verified that I was running a newer version of Elementary OS, and all I had to do was run a different command in terminal, and that enabled that. So that was fairly straightforward. But everything else installed basically without any issues. Like I said, the only issue I was having was I couldn't make my Netflix an actual pinned shortcut, but everything else works. So I got my Bluetooth accessories connected. You can see that here. So my Bluetooth mouse, my Bluetooth keyboard, um, my Wi-Fi, and my Ethernet connections work. Right now I'm running on Ethernet, so I turned the Wi-Fi off. It doesn't make sense to have all the modules running if I'm not using them. So since I'm using Ethernet, I turned off Wi-Fi, but all of that worked. It actually picked up my Wi-Fi network and everything. So yeah. So now, for the next little while, I'm going to run Elementary OS and see how I like it and come out with a full review for it, just like I did for Zorin. But the added benefit here is that I think I'm going to go ahead and install Zorin OS for my grandparents, so I don't need to actually test their applications on Elementary OS. I just have to test mine and make sure everything works. Because I think they'll have a much easier time using Zorin OS than they will using Elementary OS. I just wanted to try Elementary OS because it was supposed to be very easy to use and customize, but also very close to Mac OS. And especially after the really great experience I had with Mac OS, I figured I have to give it a try. But I will say this, the Elementary OS is a lot lighter OS than Zorin OS. And what do I mean by that? Well, if I pull up the file system here, you can see after getting everything all set up, I have access to more space, right? Whereas with Zorin OS, I had access to a little bit less space. Now, y'all could say, you're kind of nitpicking. It's like 2 gigs difference, but that's still 2 gigs. So, yeah, it is what it is. But I just wanted to show y'all that. That was actually pretty nice. And then also, I want to show y'all something else. Let me close this. Out of the box, Elementary OS did not have access to LibreOffice. So the whole LibreOffice suite, I had to go and install. It didn't have access to that out of the box. So that was an additional step that I had to do. But other than that, first impressions of Elementary OS, it does seem to be really good. Now, I do have to go in and switch my clock to the 12-hour clock, not the 24 clock. Let me see if I can do that real quickly before I get out of here. Let's see how easy that is. So let me go into System. Let's go to... where would the time be? Time and date right here. And let's go to... we're going to take it off of 24. And let's see. If I take it off of 24, yep, that switches it. So all we got to do is AM, PM instead of 24. And that switches it. And now we are good to go. And what's nice about this is similar to Mac OS, all you have to do is set the option and it sets. There's no confirmation box needed, which is really, really nice. I like that. But yeah, first impressions of Elementary OS, guys and gals, it does seem to be really, really good. And I like the overall cleanness and look of it. Because it's like everything is clean and just the stuff that I use are pinned right here on the dock. And then if I have other workspaces, I pull up the multitask view and I can see my other workspaces. So everything is nice and clean. And I can also add different workspaces by clicking over. So it's really, really nice. I like that. I like that a lot. But anyways, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this first impressions of Elementary OS. Like I said, I'm going to use it for a little bit and then come back with my thoughts on it. And maybe this is one that I might genuinely stick with for the foreseeable future. Who knows? I got to use it for a little bit and get comfortable with it. And I'll let you guys and gals know in the full review. Hope everyone is having a good one. Hope everyone is staying safe out there. And I will catch everyone in the next video. Have a good one, everybody. We're out of here. Peace. And I did also get my webcam working. Let me show y'all here. But I just closed my privacy flap on the webcam because y'all don't really need to see my face. It's kind of late. My room's kind of a mess. But the webcam is working. So if I pull up OBS, you can see this is my webcam live feed. But my privacy flap is closed. And I'm not using the audio from the mic on my webcam. I'm using the audio from my COMICA microphone. But y'all can see it here. So everything is indeed working. And if the audio comes back clean, that means I'm not having any audio issues either. But yeah, have a good one, everyone. We're out of here. I'll catch you guys and gals on the next one. Peace.